Well, we got up this morning and quite honestly, the campsite we were at initially didn't meet our accommodation needs. Didn't have enough tent pads for everybody. Some of us slept on rocks, so we ended up having to switch campgrounds. Here's the guys, we're unloading our canoes again. It is a rainy day. It's a rainy day out here in the Boundary Waters.
The row in, it got rough.
Oh yeah.
We're choppy in the middle.
We're standing under a completely dry tent.
We're doing everything we can to keep anything
Impossible. Impossible.
Well, it is day 2 and it's also raining again. Looks like a hangout in the tent type day. Eat some snacks, read a book, just wait for it to pass.
Well, the weather just cleared up. It was raining on us for some hours. It's about noon right now. I'm gonna do some bank fishing. It looks like it's, I got a little rocky flat out here in front of me on the island we're camping on. We're gonna see what's right out in front, baby. So I casted a little bit earlier around the island for a while. I didn't really get anything on swim bait, but I know they're out there. And now I'm gonna switch things up. I'm gonna do some live bait fishing. That's right, that's a leech. That crazy gross looking thing right there. Boy, they give me the heebie-jeebies too, but they also catch fish. So I'm gonna toss this thing off a little drop off we got out in front of the island, see what happens. Right out to the front of me is this ledge. It's probably 2 to 3 feet deep, about 10 yards out, and after that it gets deep really fast. So all I'm going to do here from the bank is hover my leech right past the point where it drops off, maybe kind of reel it in, see if there isn't an ambush predator waiting to strike my bait. Load is down. Fish is on, and this feels like a good one. And we've got a largie on. Got it right in the roof of the mouth. Just where you want to get them when you're live bait fishing. Oh, and that's probably a 2 1/4 pound largemouth bass. Just a beautiful fish. Let's catch another. I want to talk about what I'm doing here just because it's just so successful right now. This is the simplest form of fishing. Is I've got my float, and then I would say a little over 12 inches, not quite 18 inches. So I've got an 1/8 ounce split shot, and that's to keep my leech hovering over the bottom. And then I have a 2/0 drop shot hook. I'm having a ball out here. Let's catch another fish. And this looks like a little smallie. Oh, once again, right in the roof of the mouth. Well, here she is. Nothing to write home about, but these smallies and these bass out here, even the largemouth, put up such a fight. Now, I've never actually caught fish on leeches before, but they are working right now. Let's get her back in the water.
Ciao! Ciao!
Well, it's about 9:30. One of the guys, Todd, just casted out a spoon, caught a really nice pike, and I thought, what the hell? It's after dinner. It's time to chuck and wind. Bang, you just gotta have a line in the water. Let's get her back in the water. Mwah. The night couldn't have ended any better. We caught a bunch of fish today despite the weather. Didn't get out on the canoes too much, but I think we're gonna do a fair amount of fishing tomorrow. It's time to hit the sack. To be continued. Me and my buddies, we are on day 3 of our Boundary Waters trip. This is about 8 o'clock in the morning and I am going pike fishing. I am hog hunting this morning. This is a 6-inch Kitech with a 3/8 ounce Berkeley Fusion jig head with a 5/0 hook. So I am looking for big bass, big pike to come and nail this thing. We'll see how it goes. Now we found these big pike hanging out in shallow flats, looking to ambush prey in these 3 and 4 foot flats with grass along the edges. So that's where I'm gonna start. I've got a pig on. Oh, I have a hog. Ooh. Oh man. I got a really, what feels like a pretty good one. Oh yeah. Looks like I got a largie. Well, I set that hook from deep too. Wonderful fish. Just beautiful. Healthy 2.5 pounder. Let's get her back in the water. Another one right in the same spot. Horse these bad boys in. Boat flip her. Well, those largies are hitting today. Oh yeah, got a good one. Oh yeah. This feels like a little nicer fish. Definitely got a good hook setter on her. I got to keep her up out of these trees though. I got down trees everywhere around me. Oh my gosh, this is a hog. Oh yes. Oh man. Wow. Would you look at this fish? Oh man, this is every bit of 4.5 pounds. Look at the mouth on her. So we've been seeing craws at night, and they're about this color, kind of that spring craw, gold, red, orange type, you know, with just a hint of blue. And I just so happen to have a jig that matches, you know, exactly what we've been seeing out of these crawdads. But here's a strategy that I absolutely love to employ, is finding the fish and then slowing it down. So I caught 2 fish right in a row. So I knew that this little area, this little point that I'm fishing was holding fish. I tied on a bass jig, slowed it down, and boom. What a beautiful Minnesota largie. Let's get her back in the water. Mwah. Well, that was an absolute blast of a morning fishing trip. I gotta head back though, because I know the guys want to take a day trip, and those are always really fun because we go to different lakes. I gotta get back.
You got the presentation down.
I'm figuring it out a little bit. I need some of this bacon is what I need.
Get on it, man.
I'll wait for the hash browns. Well, here we are, set off on our day trip. Right there is Nick and Adam. And then right past them is Jared and Todd. We're gonna do some exploring, hopefully catch a couple fish and have a bankside fish fry. Doesn't that sound fun? On a beautiful day, a little cloudy, but it's a beautiful day. Oh, that's every bit of 3.5, man. Shit, that's pushing 4, bro.
Loving it.
Whoa, big smallie. Big smallie. Whoa. Oh, come here, baby. Come here, baby. Big smallie. Oh, man. Hey, well, here she goes. Oh, man, once again, this is why we come out here. You know, you do have to find the fish, but they're there. What a beautiful smallie. Just the patterns on her, just unreal. This is, I'm guessing, a 20-inch fish. 3.5, maybe 4 pounds. Oh, just a beauty. Just a beautiful fish. Mwah. She's beautiful. Let's get her back in the water. Well, that smallie just absolutely crushed this swim bait. I mean, it's shredded. So I'm gonna show you exactly what I'm using here. Now there's a lot of rocks, a lot of cover, a lot of down trees. So I am using a weedless swim jig head. And this is probably my favorite weedless swim jig head. This is a Dobbins swim jig head. It's a 1/4 ounce. I have all the way up to 1/2 ounce, but I'm trying to get away with the lightest jig head possible. And I'm gonna stick with the same color because it's just been working. I lay the jig head over the bait to see where it's gonna come out of. This 3rd rib on the indentation of the swim bait. We're gonna go right through the middle of the nose with the hook here. And feed it as straight as you can. Up through the bait. And then I like to make a 90-degree angle right at that 3rd rib that I counted. Boom. Well, the nice thing about this Dobbins jig head is it's got these bait keepers right here, these lower bait keepers. And it's also got these upper bait keepers right here, so it really holds these swim baits good. And you just push her on there. Oh, and that is the fish catcher right there, and that'll catch fish anywhere. California to Jersey, baby. I think I just caught lunch, baby. Oh yeah, nice. You know, it was time to catch our meal. Now, we've been out here casting around for a while, kind of hit a couple different lakes, and it's been a while since we caught a nice fish. That being said, boom, I've got an eater pike right here. This is a perfect size for eating. I'm gonna say she's about 24 inches, enough to make 5 guys happy. She's dinner. Fried pike and mac and cheese on a day trip. That's how you do it right there. Boundary water style. I think I got another good smallie. Oh yeah. All right. Here she goes. We finished up lunch, decided to keep fishing. This lake we're on is full of down timber and all kinds of other cover, so I had to switch it up a little bit. A Picasso swim jig with a Kitech male perch color on back. These little weed guards are actually wires to stay from getting hung up too bad. But once again, got me a nice little smallie. Let's let her go. I got another one on the swim jig. Turn that boy up. They want those perch. Just let her go. Well, it was a wonderful day trip. Got a couple smallies after lunch. Fished for a little bit more, didn't get anything, and decided it was time to go home. How's it feel? D-Train! Oh, Nick! Everybody's falling over.
That water starts warming up quick. Back there I asked him how it's slick, man, it's slick.
Woo! Woo! Oh shit. Woo! All right, that was enough for me. It did feel good though.
Yeah.
Well, somehow we are out here in the middle of nowhere eating like kings. What is this?
Tenderloin tips and chili.
Tenderloin tip chili, baby. Now I'm fishing with leeches again. I'm just gonna cast not even too far out and let that leech kind of sit there and do its thing. Oh, I'm already getting hit. Now, it's really easy to think that, you know, live bait fishing and bobber fishing can be boring, but I actually like to move my lure or move my live bait about. Oh, and we got one on. Yep. Oh, not a bad little bluegill right here. Well, live bait fishing definitely isn't boring when you're catching fish. Because just like lure fishing, you do want to cover water. Even though this is a much slower method, the more water you can cover, the more likely it is that a fish will see your bait. The bass aren't biting the way I hope they would, but I've caught about a dozen of these guys. And let me tell you what, there's no feeling like the anticipation of waiting for that bobber to go down. Even if you're catching little guys, still fun. Mwah. There's an excellent end to the day. Just let her go. What a challenging and fun days 2 and 3 in the Boundary Waters. The rain on day 2 forced us to maintain an unwavering optimism, which is an attitude that could carry us all through the times when life gets hard and rainy. On day 3, we caught a ton of fish, and it is worth noting that I lost about a 36-inch pike on this same swim jig that I was catching those smallmouth on. Almost 3 feet of fish, but such is life and such is fishing. I'll be releasing part 3 of our Boundary Waters trip very soon, where I catch the biggest smallmouth of the whole trip and some of the biggest of my life. We also had to deal with an entirely different weather factor that would change up my fishing strategies completely. If you enjoyed this video, smash like, and until next time, tie you on a swim jig and blah, chuck and wind, baby. Peace.